Kindly share with us what are the implications of using bio-based material over the normal construction material?
Low carbon materials that are used to construct homes, for example, wood, compared to the cement, brick and mortar, the wood does not emit a lot of carbon like during the construction process.
Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of our podcast, Driving Eco-Sustainability, My Perspective, and I am your host, Grace. Today we are going to be delving into a discussion about the quest for sustainable and affordable housing. I'm pleased to be joined by a guest who is quite informed in this subject. His name is Moses. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, now Moses, share with those viewing us, listening to us, and those who are watching us, who is Moses and how did you come to be part of such an ambitious project that focuses on sustainable housing like easy housing?
Thank you, Grace. My name is Moses Sekyanzi and I'm a climate justice activist, an environmentalist, and a sustainability advocate. I'm doing marketing at Easy Housing. I'm the marketing and sales officer at Easy Housing. One of the reasons as to why I joined Easy Housing is because I'm so passionate about sustainable housing and I wanted to be part of the team, a company that is building homes in a sustainable manner and as well as contributing towards a greener future.
Moses, what I know about Easy Housing, the little I know is that it's eco-friendly and affordable housing. So share with our viewers, what does eco-friendly and affordable housing entail? What are some of these unique features that our listeners should look out for in case they are interested in taking on any of the housing projects or any of the housing services that Easy Housing offers?
Well, that's a very good question. One thing that someone who's viewing us should know is that Easy Housing is a sustainable housing company. We do build timber homes using sustainably managed timber from Soga Forestry Company. So we are a sustainable, we are scalable, and a social company. What makes us sustainable is because we do build in line with the circular economy using bio-based materials like timber. And what makes us social is that the fact that we create jobs in communities where we operate, as well as also source our materials locally. This provides jobs and employment to local people. And what makes us scalable is that we do prefabrication. Our homes are prefabricated in a factory, and as well as we have a fast construction process, like the prefabrication process, and all that entails the construction process is a fast process that enables us build the homes so fast and in a scalable manner. Yeah.
Yes. Now, on the issue of bio-based material, kindly share with us what are the implications of using bio-based material over the normal construction material? Because at this point, I would like our viewers to understand the carbon footprint that is involved in the construction of easy homes.
Okay. Bio-based materials compared to the normal or traditional construction materials. One thing one needs to know is that bio-based materials are low carbon materials that are used to construct homes. For example, wood, compared to the cement, brick and mortar, the wood does not emit a lot of carbon like during the construction process. So this makes it a bio-based material, which is good for construction if any company goes for sustainability and if any company cares about sustainability. So for wood or for timber, it's a bio-based material because it has a low carbon footprint.
Okay, yeah. Yes. Now, I get it that bio-based in the sense that we are choosing to use wood over using cement. Yes. Now, on that point, I would like to understand the mere fact that it's prefabricated. It means that the home is assembled in or at a location of someone. So I want to understand are there any waste material that stay in case a home is being constructed? And if so, how is this waste dealt with?
Okay, so since the fact that we do prefabrication of our homes from the
Yes.
factory, it means there is no waste on the site where we are going to construct the home, because whatever is carried from the factory to the home is all going to be put to use. So this helps us minimize the waste. And what means in the factory, or maybe the cut-offs, we do our best to ensure that this is put also to use. At the end of the day, we are minimizing waste. So it's a zero waste construction company. Like, we do build but with zero waste. Yeah.
Yes, now at least listeners out there, or those who are viewing us, you can appreciate that with Easy Housing, it promotes a responsible consumption and production, because the homes are prefabricated and they are assembled at people's sites, those who are interested, and they are carbon friendly because they do not use cement, which is carbon intensive, thereby reducing the carbon footprint of a construction system or process. So Moses, now share with us, after the home has been constructed, how is the inner waste management of the home? Because in our ordinary homes, we usually see that when a home is constructed, then we have to bring in the ceramic washrooms, toilet bowls. So how is the waste management of a home? Because if a home is just assembled in a place, someone may be left wondering, how am I going to deal with the waste management, let's say human waste? So how is the home tailor-made? Is it tailor-made to meet the needs of specific needs of a client?
Oh, yeah. That's a very good question, Gracie. But just like any other normal home, so our homes are just like any other home. Nothing much that is so different. It's only that we do construct with timber. But when it comes to washrooms, we do the tiling in the washrooms, and when it comes to plumbing, we actually do the best plumbing, and we always recommend our clients to use biodigesters, because we understand with biodigesters, whatever is flushed out of the home, it doesn't end up into waste. Like, it is digested in the ground. So just like any other home, we do the plumbing, the normal plumbing, and just like any other home, we do the home is just like any other home. Apart from the fact that it's a timber home, we only have tiling in the bathrooms. Sure. So, yeah.
Yes. And now, how is the energy consumption in these homes? How is the energy consumption integrated into these homes? Like energy wiring, electricity, basically.
Okay, we do the normal electrical works, just like any other traditional home. But then one thing that someone needs to know is the energy saving part of our homes, because our homes they have thermal comfort. Like, during hot days, they are not so hot, and during cold days, they are not so cold. So in this case, a client or the homeowner doesn't need maybe AC or fan. So that's one of the most interesting part about our homes and how energy saving they are. You do not need to use a lot of energy for cooling or warming. So it makes the home thermal comfort and good for any owner. Okay.
Yes, at least we get to understand that, unlike our normal homes, because what I've noticed in our normal homes, especially during very hot days, when we had a heat wave last year in March 2024, most of us could hardly stay in our homes. It was very hot. We could hardly stay indoors, and we caught ourselves mainly outdoors. And then when it's raining, for those who stay in areas that are waterlogged, they also have to worry about floods. They have to worry about the fact that their property is going to be destroyed by floods and the heavy rains. So now, understanding the fact that Kampala is one of those areas that is really disaster prone. And the mere fact that in light with SDG 11, one of the key targets is to improve livelihoods and promote sustainable living within cities like Kampala. In fact, we can notice that whenever it rains, most people are affected by the flash floods, those who are going to work. And we are also prone to seeing sites of people whose property has been destroyed or people who are trying to vacate their homes to safety. So share with us, what is the strength and how climate resilient are easy housing homes?
Okay, so looking at our homes, one thing you will notice is that all our homes have an elevated ground, that they are up from the ground. They are elevated from the ground. So in cases of flooding, these homes are climate resilient, like they resist the floods. It might flood, but it might not affect the home because of the elevated ground. Another important point to highlight is the structural strength of the timber. Timber alone is so strong. It's only that people don't think it is. But in actual sense, timber is a strong material that is used to build homes. So in cases of cyclones or tornadoes, this home will keep standing. And also, another point to highlight is the passive design of our homes, because we do design our homes in a passive way that, for example, the cross ventilation. The cross ventilation enables the home to allow air in and out. So the home is, in actual sense, a climate resilient home from floods, from heat waves, from tornadoes, and any other climate disasters that might affect your home. Yeah.
Yes. And now on that point, I would like to know how affordable are these homes? Because you see, if we are talking about the biggest challenge we have in Kampala is that urbanization development is equally competing with climate change. In fact, from the recent census, it has been discovered that Kampala now has around 4 million people. But Kampala in 1950 had around 95 million people.
Yes.
So you can imagine. And our population, now we are around 45. In 10 years' time, I think we will have doubled. So there is, and the level of urbanization is, the number of people who live in urban centers is around 11 million out of the 45 million, at least according to the last concluded census. So, and in the quest of the fact that under SDG 11, improving livelihoods also entails ensuring that these livelihoods are affordable. So how affordable are easy homes? For those who would be interested in taking up this venture, how affordable? Because for environmental sustainability to take root, it also has to be affordable so that more people can easily adopt.
Exactly. So in terms of affordability, I should say that our prices we are price competitive. Like we have a competitive advantage in terms of prices, because if I should tell you that our 4-bedroom home goes for around 150 million, which might be hard to really get a house of 4 bedrooms in Uganda at 150 million.
I agree.
Look at these people developing estates, apartments, like the condominiums. You might find it hard to have a 4-bedroom at 150. So, and another thing we have implemented is different typologies. We actually have different typologies: the small, the medium, and the big. And these typologies are put in place to cater for people with a smaller budget, and then the bigger typologies for people maybe with a medium budget or a bigger budget. But we ensure that at least for each of all our typologies, someone out there can have an access to a home, from the mono pitches, the clear story models, and then the gable models, because the gable models are the biggest. So we put in the mono pitches for people or for small families with a limited budget, but they want to own a home. So we ensure that at each stage of your income, you can actually have an access to a home. Also, we are in plans of developing low-cost models. Low-cost models that go for less than 20 million, that even any other person can own a home. Another thing, we are working on partnering with different financial institutions. These institutions will be, let me say, providing mortgage to people. That's, for example, the rent to own project that we are yet to come up with. with this rent to own project this time around, you will be paying rent, but to own your property at a certain point.
Yes, you
which I
pay
believe-
rent until when you finish the last
yeah, it
payment.
could be, let
it's
me
your
say,
home.
5 years, and you're paying 500 for a 2-bedroom. But after 5 years, you are owning the home. So all these programs might help each and every Ugandan have access to a home, because our major goal is a home for everyone in Uganda and Africa. Yeah.
Yes. So now, is Easy Housing only operating in Uganda, or does it have any other projects around East Africa?
Well, our first project was in Maputo, surprisingly.
Yes.
So we built our first home in Maputo, that's Mozambique. That means we operate in Mozambique. And then we also have projects in Ghana. So we operate in Ghana, we operate in Kenya, and then our major focus is here in Uganda, because that's where we have had the bigger market. And of course, we are looking at expanding with time.
Okay, yes. Now, you mentioned something about the fact that in the assembling of the houses, there is use of sustainable timber. Now, someone out there is wondering what sustainable timber is, because when someone looks at timber, they look at it as more or less any other timber. It could have been gotten from any forest. It could have been gotten from any place. So what makes certain timber sustainable, therefore making it carbon friendly as compared to the normal timber that we usually use?
Okay, from a layman's view, someone might say, is it Easy Housing causing deforestation?
Yes.
Because we build with trees, we build with timber, that means we cut down trees. So this is the clear point of it all. You might have a bigger forest, but you cannot distribute timber to Easy Housing if your forest is not sustainably managed. What does that mean? A sustainably managed forest, like where we source our timber, Busoga Forestry Company, it works in this way that when you harvest a tree, you plant a tree, and you cannot harvest a tree if it is not ready to be harvested.
Yes.
So we only harvest mature trees, and when, for example, let me give you an example. For each average home that Easy Housing constructs, we expect at least half of a football pitch of trees being planted. So we always source our timber from a sustainably managed forest. For example, if one tree is harvested, 2 or 3 trees are planted. So
okay.
That's the only way we source our timber. So that's why we cannot source our timber from everyone, from every company. No matter how big supply you have, we cannot. Yeah.
Yes. So yes, now I get it that it has to be a regenerative process. You remove, but you replace as well. You can't cut down and leave it at that. So now in the process of constructing the homes, I can see that it involves steps from the cutting down of trees up to the final stage of assembling the homes. So can you just give us an estimate? Because I noticed that now it's creating more jobs and at least it's easing the unemployment problem, which is one of the issues that we intend to address in this country. At least it's a priority. So can you just estimate for us, just share with us, what are some of those steps which are labor intensive and create more jobs for people? And an estimate, let's say the cheapest house, how many people would it involve? Just to illustrate how many people get employed and also get the opportunity to put food on their tables because of Easy Housing and the fact that these are the green jobs which are supposed to be the future of Uganda.
Well, that's a very good question. Looking at all our stages of the construction process, from where we source our timber to the final product that we hand over to a client, you might see that we are creating jobs. For example, as I said earlier, that we do not source our materials from outside the country. We source all our materials locally. So from sourcing the timber from Busoga Forestry Company, that's already creating some good jobs for people in Busoga. That's one stage. Then coming into prefabrication, we have engineers we have local carpenters and engineers in our factory, over 30 people. We create jobs for these people. Then on top of that, upon placement of your home, we usually work with local labor. For example, when it comes to painters, when it comes to carpenters in that particular area where we are going to build our home, when it comes to electricians and plumbers, we always hire people locally. We always hire employees locally. Even also when it comes to buy materials, we don't buy materials in Kampala when we are going to build in Fort Portal.
Yes.
We buy materials in Fort Portal, creating jobs, providing employment opportunities to people in Fort Portal. So at the end of the day, we expect at least 20 jobs created for each average home that we construct. We expect that 20 people are being employed locally, plus also the people we work with in the factory. Yeah.
Okay. Now, at the point of the fact that, yes, you've mentioned the fact that when you're constructing in a particular area, when you're constructing in Kampala, you're not going to get people from Mukono. When you go to Fort Portal, you're not going to transport people from Kampala and take them to Fort Portal. Or in Mukono, and then you carry people. You get the local communities and you work with them and to ensure that they also benefit from this. So share with us the mere fact that usually these out there, at least for me, from my experience, what I've noticed is that the industry that most embraces eco-living or that has been very fast at embracing eco-living in Uganda has been the tourism sector. So how has Easy Housing been able to partner and effectively work with the tourism sector? Because I know that the tourism sector is very big on empowering communities through eco-friendly projects, but also the fact that it is really promoting eco-friendly living, because we are seeing more of eco-friendly resorts coming up.
Okay, yeah, I would relate that to hospitality.
Yes.
When it comes to Easy Housing, because when looking at the homes that we have constructed or the houses we have constructed, most of these houses are houses in tourism places. For example, we work with different clients who want Airbnbs, and of course, building an eco-friendly Airbnb, which might spark interest to many tourists.
Yes.
Looking at many tourists, you see people visiting a country, they are always interested in staying or living in a sustainable way while in that country. So we have worked with different people and we have built different Airbnbs. And this year, we are building wellness centers. All these places are places of tourist attraction. And yeah, that's what we do. Small hospitality, small building, eco-friendly places, eco-friendly homes. And in relation to that, we are promoting sustainable tourism.
Yes. Now, on that point, someone might ask, this seems like an obvious question, but how secure are the homes? Because if it's timber, we are more used to our traditional setting that I have to have a door which is made of metal or something made of steel. So how secure are these homes? Because I think most Ugandans may be apprehensive to take on the Easy Homes because they feel like, someone may just come in and knock down my door, and I'm a bit skeptical about the security. So how is the security of these homes? Really?
Well, to dispel the myth first, people need to know that timber is a strong material. It's not all that weak as people think. Because I will tell you to knock a timber or a piece of timber and knock a brick, and you realize that a brick might even break faster than a piece of timber. So timber, in actual sense, it is a strong material that can be used for construction, because we have seen it being used in the first world countries. But then when it comes to the safety of the home, someone might think that it's not safe. And looking at our windows and doors, we normally use much of sliding doors, sliding windows with glasses, because you know how fancy that is.
Yes.
But then we have had clients raising concerns about the security. So we always encourage them to do burglar proofing. So you can actually do burglar proofing. We have built homes where there is burglar proofing. So we encourage clients to do burglar proofing. But when you do burglar proofing, I ensure you that your home is safe. Your home is safe. And also, of course, it takes an extra precaution. You also have to be careful.
Yes.
You can't just put something out there, because even if it's not a brick, a timber home, it will still not be safe if you are not careful with it. So in actual sense, timber is a strong material for construction, and you can do extra proofing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And now, what are some of those successes that you look back to and you're proud of for having been part of such a noble and exciting project, but also a project that is impacting communities positively, protecting the environment, but also promoting environmental sustainability? What are some of those successes you look back to? But while you're at it, you can also share with us the challenges, especially the ones you've encountered in making people embrace the easy housing homes, making people to understand that they are affordable, they are safe, and they promote environmental sustainability, and therefore they should take them on really.
Okay, looking at this concept, this is something that we have been seeing in the Western world, US, UK, the Western world. And then the fact that easy housing is bringing this same concept in our country, and now that I'm seeing that people are embracing it, because how we started is not how we are right now.
Yes.
2024 has been a successful year for us, and we had just started. So this shows how much people are really coping up with this. So this gives me hope and strength and courage, knowing very well that at least people love what they. So we have tried to dispel the myth. We have tried to show people that this is also possible here, and people are embracing it. That's one of the successful stories I can tell, because it's really hard to convince people about a new concept. But if it is getting fast than we expected, that's one thing to show that we have really achieved something, and I'm so proud of that. And the fact that I'm so passionate about sustainability, I love to see that a sustainable project is going on well.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, and what are those challenges that you've come across to make that you can share with us that you've had to overcome in convincing people to change their mindset towards adopting easy homes?
The biggest challenge has been the myth. Okay, what people think. People think the home is not safe. People think maybe when someone hates you, might burn down the house.
Yes.
All those things. So I think it's a mindset of the people that we are trying to serve, what they think and what is actually true. It has been a very big challenge to convince most of the people, especially those who have been here and they haven't had the opportunity to travel or be outside the country. It's really hard to convince them. And someone will be like, why would you say your home so expensive? Yet it is just a timber home. They think they can do it themselves. But then going into the details of our home, it's a different case. It has been really so challenging, but I love the fact that at least now we are getting over that. Yeah.
Yes. Now, on the issue of resilience, can you possibly estimate the longevity of an easy home? Okay. Like how many years it is constructed? How many years would it be able to stay in place, not affected by natural disasters, and still existing, functioning well?
Okay, the fact that we are using treated timber,
yes,
against termites or fungi or anything that might affect or eat it up. The fact that we are using treated timber against decomposition from rainwater and everything, we expect the home to last for more than 100 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 100 years, because we have seen so many timber structures in Japan, in different countries,
yes,
even here.
Yes.
Places in Makerere, these timber homes, places in
yes, I've seen one in Makerere.
Is it Kasese? All these homes have lasted for some good years. And with advanced technology, we expect a home to last for more than 100 years.
Yes, now looking back, you're looking to the future, you're quite very hopeful. There's more to come, and it's quite exciting, an ambitious project. So are you in position to share with us some of those future plans you have lined up for 2025 and any near future?
As I've said earlier, 2024 has been really a very successful year for us. So many projects, so many people, brand awareness and authenticity. But then 2025 looks, should I say, more beautiful?
Yes.
More amazing, more promising, because we have already grabbed some good contracts for 2025, and I'm sure it is going to double. So 2025 is so good, and the future just looks bright. So yeah, we are on track of achieving what we really wanted to achieve.
All right. Moses, it's been an exciting conversation. Now, someone out there who is doubting and they are wondering or guessing, and why should they take on an easy home over going through the process of looking for bricks, buying cement? Tell them those three things in the line of the fact that it helps in environmental sustainability and it's affordable. Those three things you would tell them to convince them that one, this home is affordable, and the mere fact that you're choosing this over everything else, you are contributing to protecting your environment and saving the present generation and future generation as well.
Okay, when talking on behalf of Easy Housing, I would boast that we are a fast construction company. Like, it's a fast construction company and it's hassle-free. No worries of, you don't have to worry about things like, hey, they have stolen my cement, where are my nails and all that. So it's a hassle-free process that you pay your money, but you only come to site for a handover. So it's a fast construction process. That's the one thing that we boast. Then another great thing that we boast is the eco-friendliness of our homes. And yeah, from being energy saving, that you do not need a lot of energy for cooling and warming your home, to the fact that we are building in line with the bio-based construction, and also, in line with the circular economy, as also the fact that we are using bio-based materials to construct our homes. One other important thing that clients need to know is the circular part of our homes, that when you wake up one day and you want your home to be moved to the village, it is actually possible. So you don't lose any material during that process. Yes. So we build in line with the circular economy, and we ensure that one can actually move with their home anywhere they want. So yeah, that's also an interesting thing. And of course, even in terms of prices, we are quite affordable, so competitive, like with the brick and mortar. Okay,
yes. So where can people find you? Where are your offices located?
Okay, we are located at Venture Labs in Ibugolobi, off 3 Avenue, opposite Cementas Plaza. That's where we are located. Someone can also visit our website, www.easyhousing.org, or maybe send us an email at info@easyhousing.org.
Thank you so much for all those who have tuned in today, and those who are going to listen in to our episode later, and those who are going to watch. At least what I've picked from today's episode is that Easy Housing is carbon friendly, eco-friendly, affordable, and also promotes a circular economy due to its sustainable waste management. So for all those who are interested in learning more about Easy Housing and also reaching out to them for their services, I'm going to share their address, their website, and social media handles so that you can reach out to them. Are you interested in taking more climate action? Are you interested in contributing to the fight against climate change through easy housing and affordable living? Look out for more, watch this episode and learn more. I've been your host, Grace, driving eco-sustainability, my perspective. You can like, you can subscribe so that you can learn more about any exciting stories of people who are contributing to environmental sustainability and taking climate action to save our planet. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do value the time that you put in to watch every episode. The entire essence I started this channel was to enhance the reach of the voices of those people who are contributing to the fight against climate change and those who are fighting to save our environment. If you like this video, click the subscribe button so that you can equally contribute to enhancing awareness towards climate action. Let's save our planet together.